When it's earned and deserved, you can give him the key.
So when you say when it's earned and deserved, what does that mean, Cal?
Meaning you're helping out with bills, you're doing things over there.
Well, how about when they just show up and never leave?
No.
You in the house, you got guys in the house watching Jerry Springer all day while you at work.
Go. I got a pocket full of keys and I got the only house key.
I mean, see, that's a hard question because you would already know. And you would already know, so that wouldn't even be
something that would even have to come up. But so there's a lot of men out there don't understand the rules though. So when I talk to you guys, I'm talking to you guys.
Baby Boy.
Right.
You know the movie Baby Boy.
Yes, yes. Oh my God, Baby Boy.
So
yes, that's a man boy.
So you look at that, but you look at Ben Vereen. I mean, the man that played Vines, whatever his name came in was Ben Rames. Yeah, you see what he did. That's a man. Mama, there was no discussion about a key. He was just there. In that movie, you look at it, he was just there. And man, boy, Tariq had to deal with that situation.
Yeah,
mama's boy.
So in that movie,
but I mean, would you call somebody a mama's boy just because they live with their mother? Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. Sometimes I believe I would prefer a man to go back live with their mother so that they could regroup and get their stuff together instead of going from woman's house to woman's house to women's house to women's house. I respect a man who goes back to mom to regroup.
That's different.
Because if my son comes back to me,
home is always home.
Right.
Home's always
You're
home.
gonna come. My son comes to me. What do you need, baby? I'm gonna make sure you get it together, but I'm gonna make sure you get out too. You're not just gonna stay here indefinitely.
It's like a reality check. You know, let me reevaluate everything.
But Baby
back out.
Boy gave you both scenarios. The movie Baby Boy gave you both scenarios and what you're talking about. So you're talking about the one who's a man boy who has to grow up, and he stepped to a man, and you saw what happened.
He got beat down.
That's right. He told me you need to fix it.
Well, they've often said, a child can't grow to be a man unless he gets to see one.
That was my part too when he said, "Go ahead, call for your mama."
So right, I mean, so the fact of the matter is, what makes a difference between a man boy and a man who needs temporary help is what, Kyle?
A man who needs temporary help is one who knows and accepts his responsibility in the situation.
Yep.
The boy is the one who's always looking for an excuse or a reason.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And not paying that.
Do you agree with that?
A boy is not taking care of responsibility.
I agree, but see, again, times has changed a whole lot.
Yes.
You know, so, and I think our generation view things differently because if you listen to these young bulls right now, they think it's okay
to pimp chicks. They call it pimping.
Yeah,
they got girls that's
shacking
working, busting their butt, and the guys home watching Jerry Springer or playing Madden or playing Call of Duty and sitting at home just because.
Or Ray Jackson.
Just because she says because he gives good love. I mean, come on, it's got to be more than just love.
How about this? Ray Jackson home washing dishes and cooking dinner.
Yeah,
he's a house husband.
Is there something wrong with house husbands?
Yes, it is. Well, truly, indeed, it is.
Not necessarily. I won't say that because if given the situation.
So let's say, okay, so Diana is, I'm going, pushing for a TV career. I'm going to use me as an example, right? Okay. And I'm working 15 hours a day, and let's say I had a baby with the guy who I'm married to or engaged to. Let's say we had a baby. And because my career will be a lot more lucrative than his, not that makes me better, I'm just saying, let's call a fact. I'm just going to be making more money than you. Is it wrong that he takes on the role of the man who's going to take care of the house, the bill? He's going to be the father and stuff like that.
You got a lot of responsibility around that house.
See, that's the thing. A lot of men sleep on the role of a woman.
Clean, house, laundry. A lot of things to do.
I'll put my personal business out there. I'll speak specifically my daughter's mother. I'm home. I'm on disability. I'm home. She wanted to go back to school to get her degree in as a medical assistant. We had our daughter, and our other children, my children and her children. What I said was, all right, well, look, I got you. You go on to school, do what you got to do. I got the kids. I got the house. It's my house. I'm gonna take care of anyone that's in it.
Right.
So this is our understanding of the situation, and hence, I was basically somewhat of a house husband. But these are my kids. This is my home. I'm gonna take care of it. Why I'm gonna get someone else to do it?
That's acceptable. That's acceptable.
Now let me ask you a question, guys, and this is something that I'm faced with daily. And I get a lot of men inboxing me about this stuff and emailing me. And they talk about, why is it automatically women want us to provide for them? Everything is provide. And in my mind, maybe because, again, maybe it's a generational thing. I grew up with, I have older brothers, older uncles, older cousins. I've always seen men provide for me, my sister, my mother.
That's right.
I've always seen that. I've seen men throw out the garbage. There's certain things that they did.
Yeah, absolutely.
We washed the dishes. They did. My thing is, why are you so upset and taking it so personally if I say I want a man to provide and protect me? Well, what about me? When a man says, what about me, what does that mean?
Then that's when you tell him to get out your inbox and tell him goodbye. Because he don't understand what it is to be a man.
He's a boy.
He's a child.
He's a boy.
He's a
What
boy.
What about me? He's a boy. He's not in that
man.
man. Yeah.
What's that dude?
He's not in that man.
What did the guy call
He's not
him?
in man shoes.
Rodney, what do you call him?
Albert.
Fuck boys.
Not Albert. Yeah.
Fuck boys.
Fuck
Yeah,
boys.
that's what that is. Yeah.
Because
Truthfully, he's telling you, what about you? You supposed to protect him? Are you kidding me?
No, I think what they
go
mean
out.
when they say, what about me? What are you going to do for me? Which a lot of women out here, again, I'm a feminist, I'm all about women, but a lot of women take and keep taking, and you keep giving,
Nope.
and they don't.
Nope. See, everything is give and take.
Right.
It's give and take.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you can't cover me while I'm covering you, Houston, we got a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, then you can cancel Christmas.
Equal opportunity.
You know what I mean?
Right.
If you can't cover me while I'm covering you, it's not gonna work.
Well, that's why I said there are definitive roles.
Yeah.
But some men get upset when you say, I need you to provide and protect for me, and protect me. That men get upset with that.
A boy gets upset.
A boy gets upset with that.
Yeah.
And truthfully,
A man knows his job.
In a real relationship between two serious adults, that's not even a conversation to have.
No.
The man's going to want to provide.
That's right.
Protect.
No questions asked.
In fact,
you didn't have to tell a man that.
if we rolling together, first of all, you're gonna feel safe and protected just because of my presence, because of my aura and my energy. You already know you covered.
Yep.
So guess what?
There you go, Kev.
When your car need repairs, you ain't got to tell me your car need repairs because I know it need repair. Here, you drive my car, I'm gonna take your car because something don't sound right. Let me take care of that. You ain't got to take out the trash. You ain't got to get the car fixed or other stuff. Now now you gonna have to cook me something to eat.
Now when I get home, make sure I get something, and I agree with that. I mean, does that make me old school?
And I need the $100 plan too.
A boy will beef and cry. A man knows what he got to do. You shouldn't have to tell a man. He should come in, asking you what bills need to be paid. What's got to be paid, or what I got to do. What do I have to do? Or he should tell you. When you tell a boy something, and he start complaining, you got to go. You got to, ASAP.
Your relationship should have that understanding. It should have that understanding without the conversation.
All right, Boogie,
Thank
man.
you, Boogie. Thank you so much for calling.
You was way better than Brian, bro.
Way better. You call in anytime on my show.
Yo, Boogie's way better than Brian, man.
One of these months I'll be up there.
Please do. Please do.
Okay.
We waiting.
Bye, baby. So, Sue Fearless, my sister friend, she writes, this is because some men are thinking way too much into it. Human nature is to provide, to give, to help, to nurture. Egos get in the way, and that's when things go wrong. I just said this last night. When you have ego and pride, that's the worst thing in the world that gets involved with relationships, ego and pride. But at the same time, Sue, you're 100% right. Men need to know their role. Women need to know their roles. And this has clarified so much for me because I'm always trying to be taking two sides, both sides. But there's a clear understanding. Men have to provide and protect, period. There's no other way around it. And now when I hear somebody go, well, what about me? I'm instantly going to think,
turn off,
red flag,
yeah.
fuck boy, man boy. These are the things that these are the things that are red flags.
Diana said, you little bitch, shut
up. That's my word. I gotta stop cussing because that is my word. I call it what? The minute I see that type of behavior, I'm like, ew. And here's the thing. Let's keep it all the way real. When a man is sexually endowed and he does a great job with sex, women could easily think that that's love. It's not love. It's lust. It's lust. That's all it is. You got some good stuff, but at the end of the day, when you wake up, what is he really bringing to the table? Hey guys, let me ask you a personal question, and don't take offense. Have you ever been dating somebody, was with somebody, seeing somebody, and you came over her house and you didn't have sex with her, but you guys slept, you guys talked, you guys had dinner, and you didn't sleep with each other, but you woke up the next day? Are you angry at her because you didn't have sex with her, or do you just say, okay, fine, I'll see you another time?
I'm real good with that because that means we share more than physical.
Without sex, that means that we could spend time without sex. So it ain't gotta be more to than just sex. If I can just lay here and fall asleep, and you fall asleep without sex, that's perfect.
One of the best nights I've had with a woman.
Exactly.
You told me about that.
Yeah, just laying there, falling asleep in each other's arms, talking and all of that.
And that's what you call that pillow talk, all night.
But
pillow talk.
I'm gonna take it an ill step. God rest her soul. My mom's, me and the woman I was seeing, we were hanging out with my mom. She was disabled, and it was late. We fell asleep all together in this. Being the lady. Fell asleep sitting on the couch right across from my mother. So we spent the night in the room with my mother, just entertaining the conversation, just three people at peace. My mother with her child and his friend. And that was it. And that was a beautiful night.
What if a man complains about it? What if he's like, I don't understand why we didn't have sex.
That's all he's thinking about.
That was his
that's all that's on his mind. If he coming in, that's what we call thirsty. That guy, he's being that guy. He's thirsty. If he can just sit here and he's lusting and all, that's all that's. That's all that's on his mind. He came to your house thinking that off the rip. You know what I'm saying? If he just can't chill, watch Netflix or play the game, or Netflix, or cook or do something and just lay back. You could play, chess, cards, or whatever, and just relax. It's just fun. If he can't do that, he's that guy. You gotta go.
One of the most entertaining things would be to sit down and say to you, hey, Diane, so what you do today? What you talking about?
Right.
And just have that conversation. Let's get to know each other, how we feel, how we communicate.
What you've been through today, how was your day? Sit and communicate. Communication is the key.
You know what? I'm ending the show, everybody. I'm ending the show. Diana's Real Talk is done. Because these guys are confirming so much about how I feel about things. And people will make you feel like you're being militant. Yeah. I don't think I'm being militant.
Nah, it's just your guards is up. And in order to bring your guards down, it takes a lot right now.
Real talk.
My guards be up. It takes a lot to bring my guards down.
And real talk, I'm going to tell you, one of the best evenings, ladies, why don't you and your man sit together? I know you both eat. Sit together and watch the... Cooking channel. And just sit there and play.
Or why don't you guys sit and cook a meal together? Yeah, go in the kitchen and cook a meal together. That is the sexiest thing in the world.
From the start, go to the store, shop for the ingredients together to plan the dinner you're going to have.
Oh, I would love that. I'm going to do that this weekend. It's 4th of July weekend.
And that's
maturity. That's an adult relationship.
Sound like the fish and shrimps. You do the fish and you butter it up.
Right.
Exactly.
I'll do the frying. I put it out. We together. We work together. Cake, fish, whatever, chicken.
So what do you guys feel about playing house? So obviously, I always bring it back to the Genesis radio. And biblically, you're not supposed to play house, period, right? So how do you feel And when people do play house, and when I use the word loosely, play house, meaning.
What do you mean by house?
There you go. So play house meaning you guys are living together, but you're not married, right? You're not married, and you're acting like a married couple. How do you feel about that?
I'm uncomfortable with it. I'm uncomfortable with it because having been married, knowing what it entails, seeing married situations, when you're basically playing house, it's an uncomfortable scenario because the obligations and commitments that are necessary are not being
there.
fulfilled.
Yeah, but I think I disagree, Cal, because I think it's practicing. It's getting you ready for marriage. I think when you playing house, you preparing yourself for the real thing.
But I understand that, Renzo, but then you know what? Once practice over, when is it game time?
When is it game time?
Yeah.
After
you had enough practice.
After you, what you say,
When you're
friends
60,
before
70
lovers.
years
No,
old?
friends before lovers. You could be friends for a while, and then you practice the house thing, and I'm calling you wifey, you calling me hubby, and all of that. And then when it's time to settle down, we already know our roles.
But yeah,
Because we
with all due
practice,
respect-
we know
with all
what
due respect to the
we know
woman,
what to
I need to
expect.
have a commitment before
with all
I
due
play
respect
house
to
with
the woman,
anybody. I need to know we're
to
gonna get
sit
married.
there and say, baby, this is you. I'm yours, you're mine, this is us. To make that commitment officially, not just the ring and the paperwork, but unified, just to sit there and say, it's us against the world. That situation is the beauty of that marriage, that relationship.
Got a question for you.
But then the thing is, because when you're in that playing house scenario,
Right.
whenever y'all disagree, one partner can say, fuck it, I'm out.
True.
You can't do that when you're married. You can't do that.
Put a ring
So
on it.
therefore you have to have that understanding. I'm committed, I've invested this, you've invested that. Let's sit down, work together, and move forward. When you're playing house, you're basically hustling backwards.
He said when you're playing house, you're hustling backwards.
Practice.
That's the funniest thing I ever heard in my
Practice it,
life.
though.
You're hustling
Practice.
backwards.
How will you know when it's time to get married, Diana?
How will I know when it's time to get married?
How long would it take? Like, how would you long in a relationship? How long would it take you, and how would you know it's that time?
My
If you
ex-husband,
find
let me give you an
perfect guy.
example. I always like to share personal fun facts or whatever facts to
Real facts.
to my
Right,
people.
real talk.
Right, real talk. When my ex-husband and I met, I didn't like him at all. I thought he was corny, and Dana knows. And one time he caught me alone. We had lunch. I was having a bad day. I fell in love with him at lunch. I fell for him at lunch, having lunch. And I didn't show him or told him or anything until 2-3 months later. Then we're like hot and heavy. We're very intimate, very sexual. We're in our feelings. We're going on vacation. We're going everywhere. He asked me to marry him.
How long?
4 months.
You said yes.
Of course I said yes.
He won you over.
He totally won me over.
And
Do you know why?
You said when you
And
made
we
him in the
lasted a
beginning?
very long time. And
That's
you know
good.
why? Do you know why I said yes to him? Because from the jump, I don't know, maybe because he was older than me, but I feel he came to the table to me like this. He structured it this way. You will be my wife. I will take care of you. I will protect you. When you're with me, even when you're not with me, nothing's going to happen to you. Because I'm going to make sure you're equipped and built. Everything is right to make sure you are okay. You're never going to want. I love you. And when a man shows that instead of talking about it, that's when, as a woman, we feel more secure.
So he didn't get your mind, he got your soul.
He got my entire soul, my mind,
Body
everything,
and
body.
soul.
I gave him everything.
You get the mind and body, but when you
You get
the
my
soul,
mind and soul.
Ooh.
The body comes.
Yeah,
I'ma
the
tell you.
soul.
The body
you get
comes.
The soul.
One of the biggest hypest turn-ons for me is in I'm trying to remember that movie with I think with Wesley Snipes. I'm trying to remember the movie. It might have been Sugar
Jungle
Hill.
Fever?
No, Sugar Hill. When the guy had tried to seduce her or rape her at her house.
Oh yeah.
And he said, and she was so distraught. She'd done Wesley wrong or what have you, but he took her in like she was in need. He took her in, and he said, "Well, don't worry, you can stay with me." And she said, "I don't have anything. I don't have anything." He said, "Is this all you have?" And she said, "Yeah." He looked at her and said, "That's all you need." With that spoke volumes of a man taking control to be there for his woman in the time of need. Didn't judge, didn't question, was just there.
Somebody
as
had
a
a
man.
boxer beat her up, right?
Yeah, when the boxer tried to beat her up, tried to take it.
Yeah, he thought
And
she
that
was
to
one
me,
of them
that to me
groupies.
is an epitome, as a sign of how a man should react. Don't ask questions. If this is your woman, if you care, if you're concerned, be there in the time of need.
And you know what's so funny?
See, Cal,
I agree.
That's your problem. That's your problem right there, Cal.
Well,
That's your problem.
well, people talk about
That guy.
playing
Oh,
house.
he was that guy right there.
Right.
Cal.
I'm that guy.
That guy.
But you know, Cal says a lot of things. This I think
5
this
minutes,
is
then we got to talk.
Dana's Real Talk.
Hey, Diana, it's Dana.
Dana.
Hi, Dana.
Hi, Dana. Now let me just tell you guys, Dana is my daughter's godmother, and one of my best sister friends I've ever had in my life. Over 20 years of friendship. Over 20 years. So she said she was going to call in because remember, Dana, when you and I were in the car ride home, I shared some personal things with you, and you basically shared some things with me, and here we are today. So you've inspired me, sis. Thank you.
Oh, so this is the one with the man boy?
Well,
This is the
I'd
man
like to
boy.
congratulate you on a fantastic show. I am thoroughly entertained. The men on your panel are absolutely brilliant, and I appreciate
Thank you.
what all of you
Well,
guys
thank
are doing
you.
on every level. Absolutely.
Well,
and
Diane-
you got the queen bee, the queen bee in the room, so it's definitely something that I'm really, really enjoying. Congratulations to you all.
Thank you.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
By the
Diana.
way, your buddy's a bully, though. She's a bully.
Diana, we
knows
appreciate
that.
that.
We
She
all,
already
I'm
said
a
divorce is
bully,
not
too.
divorce
Sorry.
is not an option.
Dana's been calling me a bully since we were 10, so I
There's
can't.
no divorce,
Yeah.
only death.
So Dana, we're about to wrap the show up, right?
I know.
Could you?
So I just
Yeah, go ahead.
go ahead.
What your definition of a man boy?
All right. So aside from the fact that I feel like I'm raising one slightly, my son, who I just baby him the same way you are, G, with Freddie, and raising our sons, I definitely feel that I have, created a little bit of a monster and a little bit of a man boy, but he does know the role in terms of providing and, he's not putting himself in a relationship right now because he doesn't want to do all of that right now.
Mm-hmm.
So in that respect, I don't feel that he's, completely irreparable.
Right,
But,
right.
that man boy, and I see it in a lot of different areas. You guys, some of you may or may not know with real estate. I'm a real estate broker. I see things when, women are getting their apartments and, I deal with people in the homeless shelters, and these ladies are in their apartments and in their little shelters, with their multiple kids or what have you, and the day after the lease signs, that's where the man, all of a sudden, he's the next person, he's the next occupant of the dwelling, and it's just really, like, all the time, you've been in the shelter 3 years, he didn't take you out the shelter, but he has the keys to your apartment. That's
Oh, I never even thought
a
about
man
that.
That's a man boy, number one.
Dana, I didn't even think about that. Listen, we getting ready to wrap up now because the next
Gotta
crew just
go,
came
Dana.
in. But Dana, thank you so much for calling. I love you so much.
And
You know
I
that.
appreciate the compliment.
Yes, we love you, Dana. We're gonna have Dana here come after.
Yes, I'll be there in a couple of weeks, guys.
Okay.
Just let us know.
Okay, Fidencia too. All right, I love you. Thank you, everybody.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Thanks for everybody for tuning in, man. Tune in next week, man. It's much appreciated. We winning right now. TP Square Show, Genesis Radio. We